Hi, I'm Leah Cameron, and this is my 150. So I think that learning to ice skate is pretty much a rite of passage for like most Canadians. And there's two types of skating, pretty much. There's hockey skating and figure skating. And when I was a girl, I hockey skated because of hand-me-downs. And at a certain point, I was a bit envious of the girls in my class, and I decided I wanted to learn to figure skate. And so my parents graciously signed me up and got me like the white skates with the picks on the front. And I was very excited, and I went to my first class at the local arena, and it was like a complete disaster because I wasn't used to the pick on the front. I was like tripping and falling. And so I cried to my dad and was like, I don't want to do this. And knowing that my mother had spent a lot in the classes, he hatched a plan, which was to not tell her that I wasn't going to go to class and for us to go to KFC and just eat a bucket of fried chicken every week. And so this seemed like a really wonderful idea. For most of the winter, this is what my dad and I did. And there was supposed to be this final showcase that my mom really wanted to go to because she really wanted to see me skate. So I showed up realizing that all the girls had gotten much better than I had in this time. And I think it had like a vague multicultural Canadian theme. And since I hadn't been to class, they threw me in this horrible Eastern German dress that was like rusty orange. And I had to go out onto the ice and like just kind of follow what the other girls were doing, like skating these circles. And I don't quite remember like what happened, but I remember the feeling, which was, it was like a total disaster. I was like tripping all over the place. And so afterward, my mom, you know, being supportive, told me I'd done a wonderful job. And my dad and I kind of exchanged a look of like, we shall never speak of this lie again. Until 4 years ago, my father passed away. At his celebration of life, my mom thought it would be nice if we all sat in a circle and told a favorite story about him. And I don't know why, but this story came up. Maybe I wanted to lighten the mood. And so my mother laughed, but afterwards she was also kind of pissed that she'd spent all this money on figure skating lessons and that my dad and I had just gone to KFC and eaten fried chicken.